2 1/4 cup flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 sticks of butter, 3/4 cup sugar, 3/4 cup brown sugar, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 2 eggs, and 2 cups of chocolate chips.
First, preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. After that, you're going to want to mix all your dry ingredients together. Hey, pass the flour, Maggie. Try a little harder. This counter looks extremely smooth, and it is, but it does have friction. Because it has friction, when I was pushing the first time, the applied force was equal to the friction force, so the bag of flour wasn't moving. However, when you overcome the friction force and the applied force is greater, it moves at a constant velocity without acceleration. There's also a normal and a gravitational force pointing up and down. That's why the bag is not floating. Mixing your dry ingredients, we're going to cream our butter and sugar. We have the sugar over here, but make sure the butter's at room temperature, or if you forget, you can just leave it in the sun. After creaming the butter and sugar, we're going to add some vanilla extract and eggs. Hey Kaylee, could you pass us 2 eggs? Think fast!
Wait, no!
Wow, what a momentous occasion! Get it? The reason why the egg broke in the frying pan is because the impact of the pan was enough to make a very high force that cracked the egg. The reason why the egg did not crack in the apron is because the fabric had some give to it. Because the fabric had give, this increased the time of impact, which in turn reduced the force.
The eggs and vanilla into the wet ingredients, slowly pour in small increments of the dry ingredients.
After incorporating all the dry ingredients, we're going to add in 2 cups of chocolate chips. They're good.
Hey Mag, pass me one.
All right.
So for the projectile motion, the chocolate chip is the projectile, and the only force acting on the projectile is gravity. Also, air resistance is negligible because it would be so small. For projectiles, there is no horizontal acceleration. However, velocity is constant because once the projectile, which is a chocolate chip, leaves the hand, there is no external forces acting on it horizontally. A position time graph can be shown by a parabola. This indicates that the velocity is not constant and therefore has an acceleration. The acceleration is negative 9.8 meters per second squared, which is acceleration due to gravity.
Hey Gordon, want some? I hope these come out fantastic. a lot of work, unlike Maggie. I did no work, just like Maggie. The reason why I did no work is because my arm is at a perpendicular angle to the displacement of the tray. The reason why that was work is because the force being applied to the object was in the same direction as the displacement of the object, meaning the upward force also caused an upward displacement, which means the angle of the work is 0 degrees. Now, we have an LOL diagram to illustrate our points. Don't laugh too hard. Good one. These smell physic! Now, because our smart cookies are so cool, we need to cool these for about 10 to 15 minutes. No! Thank you, smart cookies, for being such a sweet audience.
We'll see you next time on
What's Up in the Kitch? Hey, Gordon, you want some? Panini.
Just letting go.
I've seen Charles do this every day. Hey, smart. I'm stopping it.
Alright, it went in this thing.
It's melting. My fingers are snotty.
Do I look dumb like a baby bird?
You do.
You always look dumb that way.
Okay.
Rude. Okay, wait.
Okay.